Good morning, George Adventure here. It's my Monday morning inspirational talk. So I really don't have a subject this morning, so it's probably just going to be kind of a random talk about thoughts and my weekend and things like that. So the attorney my wife works for gave us a little trip up to Hawaii to the Oak Ridge Boys concert and at the Hawaii Fairgrounds. And we went up there. We stayed 2 nights at a Airbnb. So it was kind of up in the mountains. So my wife and I, Miss Linda, we enjoy spending time together. We like to go do things together, and she likes the mountains like I do. And we left. We couldn't leave till we left Friday afternoon because we had to have another air conditioning furnace put in. So they got done about 2 o'clock or so. So we left, moseyed on up there, and beautiful ride through the mountains. And and guys, I'll tell you, you got to spend quality time with your wife. I mean, you got to do it. It's which I enjoy doing it. I spend most of my time with my wife, Miss Linda. I spend most of my time with her. We talk a lot about things. We just spend good quality time together, and we sorry, I just ate a Pop-Tart. So we like to do things. So we went up there and we ate some supper. We ate at a barbecue place up in Hawaii, and so we ended up going back to the hotel, or not the hotel, but the Airbnb, and we just kicked back Friday evening, watched some little TV, watched a movie. So we got up, and of course I always get up early. I'm an early riser. I mean, I'm 5 o'clock a.m. And I ride around. We driving around in the mountains and just looking at things, looking at old barns and just looking at the mountains, and seeing all kind of wildlife and stuff, and it just, I'm just at awe that how beautiful the mountains are, even in the wintertime, and I'm just at awe at what God created, and that's who you have to give credit to. He's the one that made all that stuff. He made the mountains, and he spoke it, and he made them, and and I just see that, I see that, and it just, it just makes me happy, and I know, like I said, I know who made it, and people believe different, but I can tell you it was not a big bang, unless when God spoke it, it made a big bang. But so I go to the mountains, or even around my house. I'm just at awe how beautiful things are. I can watch a little bird. I can watch a little bird come to a bird feeder, and just going and getting a seed, and they fly up to a tree and they eat it, and they fly back down, and a tree that God made, seeds that God made. And I'm just at awe how everything fits together, just how everything is just perfectly created, including us. And I look at my wife, and I look at her, and I look at my grandchildren, my children, and all, and my dad, and I just look at them, and how they're just a blessing, and how God's created them. God created us all, and He gives us that love. And I know I'm talking about God, and I'll probably lose a subscriber too, but I don't care. or maybe YouTube may give me another strike. But you know, it's just an awesome thing to see that and appreciate it, appreciating what has been made for us and how perfectly things are made by God, the Creator. How everything is just made. And like I said, I look at my wife and you know, God brought her to me after I got divorced. You know, He brought her to me, and He gave her to me, you know, and so we are to treat our wives, men are to treat their wives like God wants us to, with respect, cherish them, you know, respect them, spend time with them. Me and my wife, we like to spend time together. We went, you know, Saturday, we went antiquing most of the day. We just drove around, went back to Blairsville, went into some antique places, came back up to Hiwassee, went into some antique places and looked around, and you know, we enjoy it together. That's what we enjoy doing. We call it piddling, you know. And of course, I found an old 1970 red bone large stockman, a 75, and I cleaned it up yesterday. Cleaned the blades and the bolsters and the back spring and all, and the brass liners and all. Cleaned it up, cleaned the blades up real good. Didn't put any kind of machine stuff to it. But I just, you know, oiled it up real good. Then I used the little case, I don't even know what they're called, but they're the little, you got to find in a coarse eraser. It's an eraser type deal that cleans the blades and cleans the bolsters and kind of gives it a good polish. So I used those and got the bone cleaned and just wiped it down real good, and it's pretty. And I'm gonna do another video on how it turned out. I also got my had in the mailbox. I went out and I had my little Imperial knife I ordered off of eBay. I paid $7.95 for it. Really, there's nothing wrong with it except it's got a little discoloration on the blades. I'm gonna clean it up. But anyway, getting back to the, you know, antiquing and all. So we spent a good bit of the day, and we had a good breakfast together, and you know, did all that good stuff, eggs and, you know, pancakes. It was a big breakfast. We didn't even eat no lunch actually. So we just had a good relaxing day. Then we went to see the Oak Ridge Boys. We went to see the concert and just got us a bag of popcorn and a Diet Coke apiece, and that's what we had for supper. But we noticed, you know, when Oak Ridge Boys came out, their lead singer, and I can't remember his name, but if you ever followed, which I didn't really follow the Oak Ridge Boys that much, my wife did. I like their music, but the lead singer, and I think he's from New Jersey. I can't remember his name, but they basically had two guys that kind of carried him out there and set him on a stool, and he did the whole concert. You know, he sat there on that stool. He said still has a great voice, but he's got some kind of health issue. There's like two of them that are in their 80s, and there's another one I think's in his late 70s, and they do good. They get around good and sing good, and you know, we enjoyed it. You know, and then we left there and we just went back to the room and chilled out a little bit. But you know, you got to value your relationships. You know, you got to value your wife. Your wife should be number one up under God. You know, God should be number one. Your wife or your husband's next in line, then your children, then your parents, and you know, on down the line. But we live in a society now that you know, human life to me is not valued like it used to be. You know, we just, I mean, killings and random stuff. You know, people just they just don't value life. They don't value other people's things, and I 100% believe that all the troubles we're having in our country right now is because God has been removed from the schools, you know, and I hadn't removed him. He's still part of my life, big part of my life, and you know, I try to pray every day, sometimes a couple times a day. I pray by name, my children, my family, by name, and I don't know how people can get through a day without God. You know, I don't know how they can do it, but it's just, you know, it's just, you just got to have it. And I've had people tell me, well, I don't see God. And I tell people, well, look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Just look at who you are. You know, we're all sinners, but look in the mirror. You know, look who's staring at me. Go outside and look at a tree. Watch those birds fly around. They fly around every day. They feed, and you know, God feeds them every day. You know, look at the beauty we have around. You know, yeah, we had a great weekend. I got to get back doing some leather work this week. I'm behind. My Etsy shop is getting down bare boned again. You know, and so I've got to do some work out there this week. Try to get caught up some more. It's, you know, it's just a never ending thing. You know. Which is good. It's a good problem to have, but I've just gotta, you know, I've got to make some more stuff. I've got to make some pocket organizers. I've got to make some sheaths. Got to make some slips, casket slips. I got to make some regular slips, knife slips. I've got to make some notebooks. I need to make some big, you know, fixed blade sheaths, some different sizes. You know, and I've got so much still to do around the house, you know, and it's just a lot of stuff to do, you know. And then, of course, I can't do as much outside during the week because it gets dark early. So I've just got a list of stuff I got to do. But anyway, I hope y'all have a great day. And today's carry today. That makes no sense. So I'm carrying this mantis. Been carrying it, carried it this weekend. I actually just cut an apple up with it. Had my apple this morning. So this is my EDC. I'm probably going to carry, in the winter months especially, in the spring, I'm probably going to carry a fixed blade. Now when I start going into the little lightweight shorts and stuff in the summer, you know, I may not carry a fixed blade as much. Well, the ones that you got the belt, I can, but the little pull-on that you wear around the house, I probably won't carry a fixed blade. Got me a buck coming. Got me that 112 and a green handle, OD green. So saw J.O.'s orange one, so I thought, you know, that's going to be a good replacement for my high dollar Benchmade. So won't be no more Benchmades. They've gotten themselves, to me, too expensive. So, but anyway, carrying that. I am carrying my sod buster, of course. Peach seed brown, jig bone. Got the arrowhead shield on it. Carrying my Zippo. This is my little mini Zippo, thin Zippo, whatever they call it. I got to put some fluid in it. I got up this morning, it wasn't light, but I didn't have time to do that. So carrying this one, carrying this bare head Trapper, Warncliffe blade. It's got my name on it. Georgia Adventure. And it's pretty green micarta. And I love this diamond shaped shield with the double X's in it. Chapstick, of course. Pocket organizer. Poker pen. Night eyes flashlight. I left my doggone hank at home. And I've got my green Parker Jotter. And this is my all-time favorite Parker Jotter, this green one. I noticed the little pocket clip is getting a little bit pulled away, so try to bend it a little bit and straighten it out. But great pen, writes good. So that's what I'm carrying. I do have my watch on. But anyway, I'm up to 16 minutes, so that's all I'm going to say today. But guys, spend time with your wife. Spend time with your wife. Quality time with her. Y'all do things together, even if it's going to an antique place or a thrift store or whatever, flea market or just whatever. Just spend time. Watch movies together, something like that, because it's important. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here. God bless y'all. Have a great week. Please be safe out there. Please be safe. And y'all just, just have a great week. See you next time.